So, this fanfiction idea is heavily inspired by the Jason Aaron Punisher comic going on, and that is King of Killers. But as you can see, it's John Wick, King of Killers. So this story is going to be very much inspired by Jason Aaron's Punisher, which is probably some of the best Punisher stuff I've seen in a while. So I don't know why I did that. Anyway, so this story, there is going to be some minor spoilers for John Wick 4, but this is kind of takes place in like a alternate end to John Wick 3. So John Wick is basically Wick is just basically still in the bowels of New York, and he's been training, but one night he gets attacked by fucking ninjas, and not just any ninjas, Foot Clan ninjas. Now, John is aware of the Foot Clan. Basically what it is in this story is that the High Table has always kind of made it clear that they don't want to be involved with other superpowered stuff, so they don't engage with metahumans, they don't engage with, you know, super assassins. They don't even really engage with they just go to, the High Table kind of runs its own thing. And one of those groups that they don't want to associate, that they tend to avoid, they don't want to, because they kind of realize if they get into a war with them, it's not going to end pretty. The High Table is very much like, kind of like Joker, where no one wants a war. Let's just shake hands and let bygones be bygones. I think that's been a while since I've seen the '89 movie. I'm rambling, but yeah, he's like, foot ninjas. Damn. I wish I could do a better Keanu Reeves. So Wick battles these foot ninjas, but he also understands that, like, Shredder's dead. Like, Shredder's daughter took over the clan, and they've been kind of why are they doing this? They're not assassins anymore. They're now under a new management. So why are they doing this? It turns out that this isn't like the Foot Clan he knows. This woman comes in who calls herself the High Priestess and says that, like, John Wick, we've been searching for you. We have come, this was a test, and he's just slaughtered all the ninjas, all the foot ninjas, and he's like, why are you doing this to me? And he's like, we've come to claim our new leader. And he's like, there's nothing that could make me go with you. And they're like, oh, really? I have something you might want to see. So they reveal that they resurrected Helen. The Foot Clan resurrected Helen. This version of this sect of the Foot Clan brought Helen back from the dead in order to entice John to come join them. So the High Priestess brings them to the, like, farthest reaches of, like, these high mountains and hidden forest in Japan, and tells John, like, straight up, like, so we have been looking for our new leader. And he's like, you have a leader. It's Shredder's daughter. And she's like, Karai is not our leader. Karai is a false idol. Even Oroku Saki wasn't worthy of that title. Who we serve is what the Foot has always tried to serve, the dragon. So we're kind of taking a little bit of IDW comics real quick, and more or less talking about the Dragon King, which manipulated Shredder. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing in the in the IDW comics. But they serve the dragon, and the dragon is kind of like the beast from the hand. So the dragon has been, these guys are like fanatics who serve like the old ways, and even Shredder tried to kill them all off when Oroku Saki took over the Foot Clan. He has more or less just been they got away and served the dragon, and through the dragon they've learned like dark arts and resurrection. So that's how they brought Helen back. And how they did it, they explained to John that what we're built on, what this place is built on, this fortress we have is built on soiled earth, of unhallowed earth. And the only way they can explain it is that this is a land cursed by the dragon, and the ground is sour. It's literally Pet Cemetery. They're built on the same kind of rules as like the Pet Cemetery. In fact, if this was an actual story, I would have the High Priestess explain. There's a place in Maine that's kind of like this. Like there's a place in Maine that is similar to this place here in the fortress. We just decided rather than build a pet cemetery over it, we built a fortress over it, and the soil brings back our dead. However, obviously, the dead don't come back right. So what they've been doing is using dark magic and chemistry to like give injections to their dead, including several of their ninja. And more or less when a ninja dies, they bring it back, they hold it down, and inject it with this formula. They'll bring its senses back, and that's what they've been doing with Helen. When they brought Helen back, they also, like, even though she's been dead for a few years, she's brought back, like, whole because of this formula. So, John doesn't believe this bullshit, but he does believe in one thing. Like, this is now his chance to get back at the high table. Like, this is now his shot at... Now he has something that the high table has always feared him having. An army. He doesn't, like... John doesn't really buy this whole bullshit of, okay, there's ninjas, and they're magic, and there's a dragon, apparently, okay... But he doesn't get so John doesn't give a single shit about any of that. He does not give a damn about a single thing about. He doesn't give a damn about any of this. What he does give a damn about is that now he has an army of unkillable ninjas at his side. The other thing is that unlike Frank, John knows how to use a sword, so when he goes into training, he already has, like, some knowledge of how to use a sword. And the first place, before they... Like, John wants to send a message to the High Table, now that he's joined the Foot Clan. John goes into the Osaka... he goes into the... I think it's Osaka or Tokyo... Continental, the Osaka Continental, or is it the Tokyo Continental? I can't remember, from John Wick 4. He goes in, talks to his friend, is like, "Hey, I joined the Foot, and by the rule of the dragon, they call him, like, this Foot version of the Foot Clan call him the Fist of the Dragon," and he goes, "I'm the Fist of the Dragon. I'm just gonna take over now," and they're like, "They're gonna come after you, John." And he's like, "I hope they try." So, the High Table obviously gets word that they've lost one Continental to the Foot Clan, and they immediately send word to... They send an adjudicator to Karai, they go to him is like, "Karai, we understand that, like, a member of the Foot Clan has the Foot Clan has claimed ownership of one of our Continentals. Do you want to explain that to us?" And they're like, and she's like, "Excuse me?" So Karai, she calls Tiger Claw because she thinks it's him, and she's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And he's like, "You ain't gonna believe this." Tiger Claw's like, "You are not gonna believe this," and tells her it's the clan that the Shredder banished. And so Tiger Claw and Karai, with their forces, go to the Continental and even the High Table says, "We'll go along with you," because Tiger Claw tells the High Table it's John Wick. So they go there, and John is just kind of waiting for them, and he's like, "This is this isn't war. This is going to be an extermination." And John, as he fights Karai, and he does battle with Karai and Tiger Claw, and as he does, he's like surging with this kind of energy, and they're like, "Oh Jesus, I think he actually is I think he is kind of the Fist of the Dragon." So, like, his eyes glow red. He's actually, like, John is actually breathing fire, and the High Priestess is like, "Yeah, this is gonna be so good." So Karai gets away, but however, what John does is that he kills Tiger Claw. He kills Tiger Claw in the fight. Karai gets away, she and Shinigami go back to New York, and she's like, "This is bad." John, like, the Foot Clan has now been taken. I may lose control over the Foot Clan. Furthermore, it's John Wick, and now he has powers. And the High Table is like, fuck. So they call everybody. They call the High Table comes together and is like, we're at war now with the Foot. We've now declared war on John Wick and the Foot Clan. And they're not like, it's not like the High Table's gonna like unite with anyone. They're not gonna like team up with Cobra or someone like that. They're just like, the High Table is gonna go to war and try to end this, end this war before it even starts. So that's the plan. Anyway, meanwhile, Karai has managed to get back to New York with what little followers she has left. And she makes a call to her brothers, the Ninja Turtles, and she goes, "You need to make some phone calls." Like, she says, whatever super friends you've made, call all of them. John Wick is leading the Foot Clan now. And that just sends a chill down everyone's spine. Baba Yaga is the new leader of the Foot Clan. So there you go. If you guys like this, I might do like a part 2. I really like kind of doing these trilogies, and hopefully, I haven't done a John Wick fanfictions idea ever, I don't think. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of John Wick, King of Killers? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? And just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.